Hey y'all, so we are expecting rain off and on for the next few days, and I figured this would be perfect opportunity to get some more carrots sown. I did put some seeds out in the ground, let's see, over in here in that flower bed, and I kept watering the soil and trying to keep it as moist as possible, and very few of those seeds sprouted. The problem with carrots is you need to keep those seeds wet and they're surface sown. So what I've done is my go-to. I've got these seeds on wet paper towel. You can see they sprouted pretty good. So we're just gonna split the soil open with the screw and just gently put these seedlings of carrots in the ground. So hopefully those will take right off with all this rain we've got coming. So come along with me, let's get this done. Some here, and you can see like one right there that's come up, but not very many. So we'll just basically, drill a little hole with that screw and get us a little carrot seedling like that, maybe right there, and just stick it in there and pat it in. And then when it rains today, it should water it down in real good. So basically I've got to do that for all of these, and then we'll be right back. Hopefully this rain will come in. I might go ahead and water them in a little bit just to kind of get them settled in place before the heavy rain does come through. Crap, rip that one. Rip that one. I love carrots. I like putting them in vinegar solution or salt solution to ferment them. They're really good. I like them with carrots, roast, and sweet potatoes. I didn't realize. Honestly, these carrots, I'd planted them or put them in this bag, and I'd sown some seeds, and then I forgot about the bag. So I'm pretty lucky that they didn't like dry up or wilt up. So they look pretty good still. But we'll get all this done and we'll be back. All right, we got those more in the ground. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all these lettuces right here and get those in the ground too. So let's get started on that. Okay, oops, about stepped on my plants. I've got my little stool. And this is some iceberg lettuce. So if there's two together, like right here, I'm just gonna plant them like that. So if they grow, maybe as the two heads grow, they'll grow out and away from each other, because I don't want to disturb the roots here. So just gonna do that. Put them in the ground. And there you go. I'm so excited. We are 2 weeks away from major major planting of everything. And I do see some little lettuces here popping up that I put seed down. So we're just gonna kind of grow around that, or plant around that. I can't get my words out today. Couple more. I absolutely love salads with dinner as a side. My kids love it. Start them out young on salads. They love them. A good salad. So get those in the ground. And I might try to intermingle these some with my cabbage and my kohlrabi that I have over here. Look at those. Little babies. It's when you take them from their baby beds to their big baby beds, their toddler beds. These are pretty. These aren't the icebergs. These are the spotted lettuce. I had several different varieties of lettuces, and like devil's ear and something else. It was on a previous video, but I can tell by the color of those leaves that that's a different kind. Y'all, I'm so excited. Best time of year is planting. I mean, it gets really hectic, but whenever you start harvesting, it's the best feeling, knowing that you grew that yourself for your family. And I mean, all these heads of lettuce here, you go to the store and you're going to pay a couple dollars for a head of lettuce or a bunch of lettuce at least. If it's packaged, sometimes it's like $5 for a package, and I'm growing my own here for pennies. Okay, I've got these in. Lettuces of various types, and my cabbage and kohlrabi is all through here, and some cauliflower. Looks like somebody's trampled this one, or a bug's about got it. That ain't good. See if that helps it, I don't know. Okay, and then I've got some grapes growing that's going to be trellised back here too. And I'm also going to trellis up the cucumbers in this back row as well. That way I can put eye hooks through here and some kind of string, or put some metal wiring in those eye hooks, string it across for the grapes and the cukes. And that's all I'm planting for today. We'll watch the weather and see how these do as they get rained in. I hear thunder in the background, so I'll probably need to quit for now and get plants in the sunroom before they get flooded with water.
Hey y'all, it is the first weekend in May, and I'm looking at the 10-day forecast. It looks like we're pretty good to go about planting stuff in the ground this week, but I wanted to jumpstart that by going to an orchard called England's Orchard in McKee, Kentucky, and I got me some jujube trees. I don't know where I'm going to put them, but I'm going to find room. I do have some jujubes that I started from seeds from Cliff's trees, but I wanted the actual cultivars of Lee, Contorted, and Honey Jar. So that's what we got to plant as soon as I get home. So I'm heading back now, and we'll get these in the ground.
I'm home. I found a spot to put them. Watch out, Biscuit. Uh-oh. Be gentle. Okay. Close call. We're gonna put them over here by the fence line. Watch out, buddy. You gotta move, honey. Watch out. Alright, we're gonna put them here. Gotta be really gentle getting this out. A new tree. Yay. There you go. What do you think about it? You like it? That's our new tree. What do you think? You like the tree? It's a new tree. All right, let's push the wood down. We're gonna not get our shoes muddy by using this. All right, we'll get the other 2 in the ground, and I don't have to worry about watering this in because it's going to be raining off and on for the next few days, and it will be well watered in the ground. So it's actually perfect timing digging the holes for these after it's been raining because the ground's softer. So that's a plus. What do you think, y'all? You like it? Yes. All right, we got all 3 in the ground. I put the honey jar in the back, the contorted, SO contorted jujube there, and the Lee is right here. So that's done. And I had to tie those up too, right here, to get them to train more upright. See how contorted that looks? Isn't that cool looking? It's all zigzaggy. And there's that one. Got them tied up. All right, next is planting stuff in the garden beds. See, I think that's perfect spots, like right there and there, to block the view of that house. Even though I've got the fence there, you can still kind of see, and that will help. Those 2 trees will grow and block that view. And the same with that one. It will grow up and block the view right there. And in here is what's going to be going out. Lots of flowers and veggies, and like squash and melons. I've got more over here, right there, some right there. These are ready to go. They will have to go out this week. There's my beans I started, dragon tongue and blue lake, I think, or bush. So it's gonna be very, very busy. Y'all, it is Mother's Day weekend, and I'm getting ready, or fixing to plant the garden. I'm so excited. All of this, and this, and this, and this. It's going in these flower beds. Let's get this going. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do, I've got my zinnias, and they're gonna go in this front bed. So it'll be something new this year. The zinnias will just keep flowering, and marigolds do, but they kind of died out early, so that's why I want to stick with the zinnias for here. So let's get this garden space cleaned out and ready. Okay, second thought. This right here has a combination of moonflower bush. They reseeded everywhere. And there is some coxcombs right here popping up. So it'll be coxcombs, moonflower bushes. And here I'm gonna do the zinnias in the back rows, and then I'll do a couple of rows of marigolds in the front. Gotta pluck all these weeds out. This right here is wisteria, growing everywhere. Once you plant it, it pops up all over your yard. So we'll get all this done. It's not too big of a deal, plucking all that out. These babies are ready. Y'all, it's Mother's Day today, and I ain't gonna lie, I was going to do this earlier in the week. Some gnat on my face. But my daughter had appendicitis, so she had to have emergency surgery this week, and that pretty much altered the plans for gardening, but I'm glad we held out, and now she's recovering and she's much better today and moving around. It's been 5 days past her surgery. It happened Monday. Her surgery was Tuesday morning, but she's up moving around. She's eating, just in perfect time for Mother's Day. I also have a broody hen that's supposed to hatch out baby chicks any day now. Today's day 21, but I don't hear them chirping in their eggs yet, so it'd be kind of cool if she did have her babies today. Look at those roots. The dogs came through here. They're usually blocked off. Be good. You guys are gonna walk right through my plants. This is why it's blocked off. All right. But anyways, we might have chicks today too on Mother's Day, which would be really cool. And kid that's doing better. It's Mother's Day. I'm planting the garden. It's a wonderful day. Now these particular zinnias came from a queen lime mix, as well as some newer varieties that I got from Baker Creek. So seeds were kind of all mixed. I have no idea what's what. I didn't label them. I wasn't going to stress about it. I just figured just put them, anything that's a zinnia, with other zinnias and let nature do its thing and see how pretty they turn out. What are y'all planting? Give me some ideas. Maybe you can tell me something new to plant. Rooster's crowing like crazy today, I know that. Yeah, these are definitely ready to be planted. The roots are needing some nutrition that they'll get from the compost in this ground. These little dogs are not used to being over here, so they're like wandering all over the place. Rolling around. He got a haircut and his tail curls back and scratches his booty, so he rolls in the dirt to itch it. Yoda, hey, you my little garden helper today. It keeps coming back, the wind. Oh my gosh. I felt back that way. Is he my little garden helper today? Huh? I love you. I love you. You're about to get on my plants. You better watch it, buddy. Mwah. My baby. Him's my baby. Scratch your back. I love you. You love mommy. I love you. Such a distraction. Let's get the. I've got an assistant today.
This is good, Mom. Good boy,
Get it,
Biscuit.
Biscuit.
Good
Here.
boy.
Put it in there. Tap it in its new home. That's your flower, baby. On to the next. First tray done. Tray number 2. Ready to rock and roll. Roses are about to be popping. Got a bunch right here about to pop. The clematis is flowering. Look at that. Right there. So pretty. And I'm teaching my daughter how to garden.
I just killed the roly-poly.
And kill roly-polies. Okay, so I need to figure out, I think I'm going to put tomatoes and beans together. So we'll get these tomatoes in the ground. beans with it. Y'all, yesterday I did a dry concrete pour right here. So, got this little area. You just pour the concrete and smooth it out with a board. And then I take a sifter. I'll show you how I done this real quick. So, you pour the bags down, use your board to level back and forth. And then what I do is get a bowl of concrete mix, hold it over this and pour it in the sifter. And as I pour it in the sifter, I do this, and just the powder comes through, and it helps make it give it that smooth finish. And then I take this and roll over, and it smooths it out. So, and then you put a mist of water every half hour, just a very light mist of water, not a shower, every half hour for about 5 or 6 times, so it kind of crusts at the top. And then you go through it with the garden hose on rain shower after you've misted it for a couple hours. And then you rain shower it every hour for about 3 times, and then that's it. That's all you do. And maybe a little concrete walkway. But anyways, let's get back to doing our tomatoes and our beans. Bush beans. I think there's Blue Lakes, maybe, and some dragon tongue beans that we're going to put over here. I think we're going to put it in this one. Yeah. It's going to be your new home, little feathers. And I need to figure out, I got to use 2 hands for this, but I need to find where I stuck my little tool that's over here. Okay, so I'm just going to do one side tomatoes and the other side beans. And get these little guys in the ground. Celebrity Plus. Gotta tickle the roots a little bit, get her in there. We've got rain for the next, I think, 3 days. Put that in there. So they'll get good and watered in. This is Jubilee. Tomato Jubilee. It's really that simple. Okay, I'll get all these done and then we'll be back. In goes the dragon tongue beans. There you go, little guy. Happy growing. Okay, this bed's done. We've got our tomatoes, our beans. These are the dragon tongues. Over here, we're going to do some cukes. I got lemon cukes and regular cukes, and some Blue Lake bush beans that's going to go in here. So moving on along, got those 2 at the end with beans and tomatoes. I'm going to put flowers in those too. And then there's taters in here that I'm going to put flowers with. And over here we have the jack-o'-lantern, 2 of them, and I have 2 spooky pumpkins. So I'll train them to grow toward each other, and then I'll have to put like a protective cloth over those in this bed because of the squash vine borer. So we'll have those growing toward each other and just cover them. Okay, so this little permaculture setup, I have watermelon alley over here, the oranges and reds, the trees growing espalier style. The melons will grow in toward each other, and I have this fence here so that some of them can grow up and over to create more space as they grow. And then down here is going to be, on this side, it's going to be the loofah gourds. And I'm going to see if I can put some pumpkins in here too. But that's going to be gourds and pumpkins and watermelons. Hey y'all, I have been working all day. I'm so tired, but I want to show you the final touches, what I'm doing right now. this flower bed I put some zinnias in. We're supposed to get rain 8 to 5 tomorrow, so they're going to get watered in by that method. And there's a bunch of little coxcombs all through here. You can see them right there. That I threw seeds down, so they're going to be coming up through here too. So I ain't too worried. There's a bunch right there. So I just put a few zinnias in there. I don't know what kind of vine this is, but it is so annoying. And then put some zinnias in through there. I put some through there. And there's a bunch of coxcombs that I threw seeds down that's coming up. Got some carrots along that edge. So we're going to come over here and plant some zinnias in these beds, just random places. And then I'll come back tomorrow or after it rains. Lord, that car's loud. And plant whatever's left. So I've got a bunch of coxcombs that can go through here too, and some marigolds. So we'll just mix match and do spots of various flowers through these beds. And also there's going to be food going through those beds, so it'd be a combination of both, but we'll get all those planted. All right, get this done. All right, we're down to about 4 trays, and everything's planted mostly. Enjoying a bonfire, and we're going to call it a day. Really, dude? Have to beat the slugs and the millipedes because they get in here and they do this. And this. Look at that. Roly-poly. Yeah, you little jerk. You know what? And cut that part off, and the bottom is still good. Oh, that's a good one. Look how pretty. I already have some bugs eating some of my plants here. I've got these tomatillas I'm worried about with the bugs. Oh, critters. Beans, tomatoes. Grapes. Some new leaves emerging. some lettuce. I just harvested from this 2 days ago and it's ready to be harvested from again. I've already harvested from this twice. Down here I have kohlrabi. Lots of lettuce coming through here. This is Chinese cabbage. Maybe some kohlrabi or cauliflower. Some more Chinese cabbage. It's really getting thick down in there. This is mulberry. There's some already forming right there. And this is everbearing, dwarf everbearing. So after it fruits, I'll cut it back a little bit and see if it can refruit again, regrow out new leaves. The new growth is where the fruits are coming from. These are thornless blackberries. There's the flower. Another mulberry. I've got 2 Asian pear trees. This one is the Hisui. It did not keep any fruit this year. This is the Shinshiki. Yeah, got 2 there. 2 up in here. Cherry tree. Cherry tree didn't produce much. I think I'd probably need a second cherry tree. I've got maybe 1 or 2 little fruits right there on it. We'll keep it. 1 or 2 is better than none. This is kiwi. Hardy kiwi. Here is the muscadine grapes. There's a little cluster forming right there. Right there. More kiwis over here and here. This is cane variety of grapes. Don't know what's happened here. It's aborting some of those. I've got to keep an eye out for critters. See, like that, like what? Did a bird land on that? I don't know. Nice big clusters. I did catch some worms crawling on these the other day. I had to get off of them. So I'll come out here and look under the leaves and make sure there's no worms on them. Isn't that pretty? Raspberries. I need to come in and trellis these, put stakes on both ends, and tie those up. Apples. This is espalier shaped. So we have flow of air and sunshine in the middle for the melons and the gourds and things like that growing. There's a peach tree. Yeah, peach trees do smell like peaches. The leaves, the whole tree. And I only see 2 fruits on it. There's the second one. But I can smell the peach scent all around this tree. It smells heavenly. And I didn't know that before I grew peaches, that the tree itself smells like that. This is Granny Smith apples. Smell that tree. When you see apples coming from below, pluck them off. I need to come out and clip those down. More apples. I have European pear trees, but none of those held on to fruits this year. They've only been in the ground 1 year, so I didn't expect to have any. These are black raspberries. You have to keep those separate from red and gold raspberries. They can cause some kind of disease, so you have to separate them. Here's my little pawpaw trees. There. And I've got quite a few pawpaws over here. 4, I think. More pawpaws there and along there. I just planted. This is yarrow. The yarrow flower comes back every year, and when you have like a cut, a wound, or a nosebleed, rip a leaf off and just mush it up and stick it on your wound. I had this wound right here this week that I put it on. It stopped the bleeding. Where my daughter gets bloody noses, her nose bleeds randomly. Stuff that in her nose and it stops bleeding. And they're pretty flowers too. Here's plum tree. I only got 2 plums of all 4 plum trees. I grew this apricot tree from seed, and that one from seed, and jujubes from seed. They look kind of frail, but we'll see what happens. Got more black raspberries over here. Ooh, look at these roses. Beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? They smell good too. Another peach tree. This one did not produce fruits this year. I don't think I saw it flower either, so I want to give it a lot of fertilizer. Hi girlies. Roses coming over here. More roses. These are pretty. And this persimmon tree. Another little persimmon tree over here. Over here I also have some grapes growing right there. Right there. These are cane varieties, and right over here. So those will be trained as 2 canes, going from each one. Flower garden is planted. And the roses over here, the clematis look pretty. Gorgeous. I've got the 3 jujube trees back here. I'll cut through Rose Alley. You know, these roses I got at Walmart turned out to be better than the expensive ones I bought online. They're so pretty. Got an itch, buddy? Yeah. Oh, there's the jujubes. They've got a little flowering before we go. On the back side, we'll go over here and look at the jujubes. Tiny little flowers. Look at that. I don't think these got pollinated. But this is Lee. It can self-pollinate too, but those flowers are tiny. So that was the lead jujube. This is contorted jujube. Don't see any flowers on it. And honey jar jujube, it's trying to flower. Let's find some right here. Tiny, tiny, tiny flowers. Okay, cut through here. I yell at my dogs for this, and here I just done it. Those peonies are about to open. That compost pile, finally got it done. A huge truckload full. And we have pawpaw patch here. Newly planted from the KSU. Well, it's Kentucky Division of Forestry, but they got their seeds from KSU cultivar breeding program. So those should be good ones. Should be. Here's some established trees. I can't remember if I got these from the creek side or if these were ones I bought off eBay. I cannot remember. Here's another one from KSU, or Kentucky Division of Forestry. KSU seeds. This one I'm waiting to see if it wakes up. It doesn't look too promising, but I did scratch it and it was still green, so we'll give it a chance. If not, I can plant something else. Here is an Asian pear tree from seed, and another one down here. Let's see what happens. My rooster and the neighbor's rooster have crow-offs. It's the funniest thing. This is elderberry to make some elderberry syrup from. This is a peach tree. Oh, it smells so good. Hi, little guy. And over here is a wild elderberry that can cross-pollinate with my elderberry. Trying to do nothing yet. And some wild roses over here. They smell. I don't smell anything, but they're cute. All right. And then finally, got some more roses up here growing. I need to get the elephant ears in the ground some point this week. I need to figure out where to put them because I have no idea. There we go. All right, thanks for watching.